Immediate financial miracle money arrives today with Saint Expedite in November. Prayer for a financial miracle in November. Pause everything around you and prepare to welcome a financial breakthrough like never before. November is a month of transformation, and today is the day God has chosen for your financial miracle. Saint Expedite, the saint of urgent causes, is poised to intercede on your behalf. If you're facing financial difficulties, if doors seem to be closed, or if your situation feels impossible, know that God has brought you here to change your reality. Take a moment to calm your mind, place your hand over your heart, and prepare to receive the blessings that will flow into your life today. Before we start this powerful prayer, I want to encourage you, subscribe now to the Money Prayer channel. Activate the notification bell and share this prayer with those you love. As you share this prayer, you'll spread blessings to others. And together, we will strengthen our faith in the mighty intercession of Saint Expedite. In the comments, type urgent. It arrives today. When you do this, you declare your trust in God's providence and affirm your faith that today, this November, your financial miracle is on its way. Prayer to Saint Expedite for immediate financial assistance. Saint Expedite, swift and faithful servant of Christ, I come before you today with my heart full of hope and urgency. As this month of November unfolds, I ask for your intercession in my financial life. I know the weight of debts, bills, and financial uncertainty that weighs heavily on me, but I trust in your ability to bring swift solutions. Just as you answered those in desperate need, I trust that you will come to my aid in this moment, Saint Expedite, warrior of faith and quick results. I ask you to intercede before the throne of God for me. I need an immediate financial miracle, not only to survive, but to thrive, to pay my debts, and to regain peace of mind. This November, I declare that the financial doors which have been closed will now open. Whatever has been held back or blocked, may it be released. May the opportunities I have longed for come to me swiftly and without delay. I trust that the abundant providence of God will manifest in my life today. I surrender my worries, my doubts, and my fears into your hands, Saint Expedite, because I know you are swift to act. Continued prayer for financial breakthrough. Saint Expedite, today I raise my voice to ask for financial release and prosperity. I pray for the money owed to me to be paid. I pray for opportunities that have been blocked to now be opened. I ask that what seemed impossible be made possible by your intercession. I do not ask for luxury, but for God's provision, so that I may live with dignity, fulfill my responsibilities, and provide for my family. I trust that with your help, I will see a visible sign of God's blessing, even today. I pray for swift and just resolutions in my financial dealings. Where there are obstacles, I ask that they be removed. I ask that every pending payment, every overdue bill, every delay be resolved with swiftness. May all that I've worked for come into my hands in this very moment. Saint Expedite, your speed in responding is legendary, and I trust that you will make my financial situation move forward with urgency. Open doors of opportunity for me. May this November be the month of my release from financial struggle, restoration, and renewal in November. Saint Expedite, I know that your intercession brings swift answers. As we move through this month of November, I place my faith fully in your hands. You are the one who brings about impossible solutions in impossible times. I ask that every area of my life where financial strain has persisted be restored. May everything that was taken from me be returned. I pray for new opportunities to unfold unexpectedly, in ways that will lead to financial freedom. If I am employed, bless my work, my relationships with coworkers, and the work I do. If I am unemployed, I ask for an unexpected door to open, an opportunity that will bring me financial stability. Saint Expedite, help me see where the opportunities lie. grant me creativity to find solutions and courage to act upon them. May my financial life be transformed in this moment, and may November be remembered as the month of my breakthrough. Affirmations of faith and final declaration. I believe that Saint Expedite is interceding for me right now, and that the urgent money I need will come to me today. I trust that my financial breakthrough is happening right now, and that the doors that have been closed will now open in my favor. I proclaim that this November will be a month of victory in my financial life. I reject scarcity and embrace abundance. I accept the divine providence that God is sending my way. No longer will I be enslaved by fear of lack. I stand in faith, knowing that I will witness the financial miracle that I need today. Saint Expedite, I consecrate to you my financial life, all my bills, my debts, my projects, and my dreams of prosperity. I place them before you, trusting that you will transform them into victories. I renounce fear and scarcity. I renounce the spirit of lack that tries to bind me. I claim financial freedom, abundance, and provision through your intercession. Saint Expedite, may my financial life be restored, and may this month be marked by the arrival of the financial blessings I need. If this prayer has touched your heart, I invite you to subscribe to the Money Prayer channel. Share this prayer with your loved ones, so they too may receive the blessings of Saint Expedite's intercession this November. In the comments, write, "Urgent money arrives today." By doing so, you publicly declare your faith in God's provision and the power of Saint Expedite's intervention. May God bless you abundantly, and may Saint Expedite's powerful intercession bring you the financial miracle you so desperately need this month. Amen. Deepening the faith for financial freedom. Saint Expedite, today I come before you with an open heart, prepared to receive the miracles that God has promised for those who trust in His divine provision. This November, I place all my financial needs before you, knowing that you are a powerful intercessor who brings immediate answers. As I reflect on my financial journey, I realize that this prayer is not only about receiving money or a financial breakthrough, it is about something deeper. Trusting in God's sovereignty over my life, surrendering my worries, and knowing that, even in the most difficult times, God has never forsaken me. Through Saint Expedite's powerful intercession, I believe that doors will open, pathways will be cleared, and what seemed impossible will become possible. Saint Expedite, I acknowledge that many of us are in the same boat, praying for financial restoration, seeking a way out of debts, and desperately wanting to live a life free from the grip of financial stress. But through this prayer, I declare that we are not alone. God's providence is at work in our lives right now. And Saint Expedite, through your intercession, you will help us walk through this storm and into the calm waters of financial freedom. Trust in divine timing and guidance. There is one thing I have learned through my financial struggles: God's timing is always perfect, even when it feels like things are not moving fast enough, or when everything seems to be falling apart. God has a plan, and He uses people, saints, and moments of divine inspiration to guide us toward the solutions we need. Saint Expedite, you are known for acting swiftly, and it is this swiftness that I am now relying on in my time of need. You have shown that, through faith and perseverance, miracles can happen in an instant. I ask you, Saint Expedite, to intercede on my behalf today. Let this November be the month when financial breakthroughs come to me unexpectedly. Sometimes, in the waiting, we lose hope. We grow tired of praying, wondering if the miracle is ever coming. But Saint Expedite, I know that you are working behind the scenes. Your intercession has never failed, and I place my full trust in God's ability to answer my prayers. I believe that even when I can't see the answers, God is working. When the breakthrough seems delayed, it doesn't mean that it isn't coming. There are lessons in the waiting, growth in the struggle, and a greater sense of appreciation when God's timing reveals the answers. Saint Expedite, strengthen my faith to trust in divine timing. Help me remember that what seems impossible today will be my testimony tomorrow. May I have the patience to wait with hope and the strength to trust that the provision I need is already on its way, removing barriers and fear of lack. It is not enough to simply pray for financial blessings. We must also remove the barriers that keep us from receiving them. Often, the biggest obstacle to receiving God's provision is the fear of lack, the fear that there will never be enough, the fear that no matter how hard we work, we will always struggle to make ends meet. Saint Expedite, today I ask you to remove these fears from my heart. Help me release the anxiety that grips my mind when I think about my financial situation. It is easy to look at my circumstances and feel hopeless. But I know that in you, Saint Expedite, there is a remedy for this fear. You are a warrior of faith, and through your intercession, I know I will overcome the spirit of scarcity. Fear cannot rule my life any longer. I will no longer live in constant worry, wondering how I will make ends meet. I declare that abundance is coming into my life today. I declare that doors are opening for me right now. I believe that my financial situation will change, and I will experience a shift in my circumstances. Saint Expedite, you have shown that even in the face of great trials, you are quick to deliver those who call on you. I place my faith in your ability to help me overcome the obstacles in my path. Every thought of lack, every seed of doubt, and every fear of insufficiency will be replaced with faith, confidence, and trust in God's limitless provision. Surrendering to God's will and blessings, Saint Expedite, I come before you with a heart ready to surrender everything. I surrender my financial worries, my debts, and my desires to you. I know that I cannot control everything, but I trust in God's will for my life. By surrendering these concerns into your hands, I am allowing God to work through you to bring about the solutions I need. I ask that, as I surrender these challenges, you will help me trust in God's greater plan. Sometimes, the answer may not come in the way we expect, but I trust that God will bring about a solution that is better than anything I could imagine. Help me to remain open to whatever God has in store for me, whether it comes through unexpected channels or surprising opportunities. Saint Expedite, as I place my financial needs before you, I also ask that you help me prepare my heart to receive God's blessings with gratitude. Let me not take for granted the gifts I will soon receive. May I recognize the blessings when they come and be quick to give thanks to God. I trust that, through God's grace and your intercession, all that I need will be provided. Even today, I believe that the resources I require will manifest in miraculous ways. I declare that financial freedom is coming, that debts will be cleared, and that I will see God's miraculous provision unfold in my life today. A month of transformation and overflow. Saint Expedite, November is a month of transformation, and I declare that this transformation is happening in my financial life. What once seemed like an impossible situation will be made possible. What once seemed like a mountain that I could not climb will now be removed from my path. This is the month of overflow. This is the month where every financial need will be met. This is the month where I will experience breakthroughs I never imagined. I declare that every bill will be paid, every debt will be settled, and every financial promise will be fulfilled. Saint Expedite, I trust in your intercession. I trust that God's plan for my life is unfolding right now. I trust that even though I cannot see all the details, I know that I will walk in victory. I know that this November will be marked by miraculous provision and financial freedom. I believe that as I continue to walk in faith, I will see God's hand move in ways that will astonish me. Saint Expedite, I ask that you continue to be my guide and intercessor throughout this month. Help me remain faithful in the midst of any challenge, and give me the courage to continue pressing forward, knowing that God's provision is already on its way. Final affirmations of faith and trust. As I end this prayer, I reaffirm my trust in God and in Saint Expedite's ability to intercede on my behalf. I declare that the financial breakthrough I need is already coming to pass. I trust that no matter how impossible the situation seems, God is in control. And with Saint Expedite's swift intervention, I will experience the transformation I have prayed for. I will not walk in fear, doubt, or insecurity. I will walk in faith, knowing that abundance is my portion and that God's provision is never late. I thank you, Saint Expedite, for hearing my prayer and bringing about the miracles I need in this moment. I now place all my trust in God's will, knowing that I am blessed and highly favored. May this November be a month of restoration, transformation, and divine overflow. Amen. The power of faith and prayer in financial restoration, Saint Expedite. As I continue this prayer, I acknowledge the incredible power of faith. Faith is not merely belief. It is the conviction that God will act on our behalf, even when the evidence isn't visible yet. True faith is believing in the impossible, trusting that what seems out of reach is within God's power to bring to fruition. In my financial journey, I have learned that faith isn't about understanding every detail of the plan. It's about trust. It's about surrendering control and letting God take the reins. As I pray for financial restoration, I place my trust in you, Saint Expedite. I know that through your swift intercession, God's grace will move mountains in my financial life. Sometimes, the road to financial freedom is filled with bumps and detours, but I know that even in those moments of waiting, I am not forgotten. God has not abandoned me. Every step I take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the breakthrough I need. Each prayer I offer is a seed that will bear fruit in due time. Saint Expedite, I ask you to increase my faith in God's provision. When doubts try to creep in, remind me of God's promises. Help me remember that faith is not a passive belief, but an active trust in God's plan. As I continue to pray for financial miracles, help me to stand firm in the knowledge that God's provision is more than enough to meet my needs. In moments of uncertainty, I declare that I will not waver. I will keep my faith strong. I will trust that the financial breakthrough I need is coming, and I will be ready to receive it with a grateful heart. Saint Expedite, I now turn my thoughts to the spiritual law of abundance. Many times, people feel as though abundance is something that must be earned through hard work alone. While hard work is important, true abundance comes from God. It is a spiritual principle that flows from God's infinite resources. The abundance of God is not limited by what we can see or imagine. It is limitless, and it is available to all who trust in His provision. Saint Expedite, I pray that you help me understand this law of abundance. Help me see that abundance is not about accumulating material wealth alone, but about living in alignment with God's divine purpose for my life. When I trust God to provide, I open myself to receive the blessings He has in store for me. Through your intercession, Saint Expedite, I am reminded that abundance isn't just about financial freedom. It's about freedom in every area of life: health, relationships, opportunities, and more. As I seek financial restoration, I also seek spiritual renewal. I seek to align myself with God's will, knowing that when I do, I will never lack. Saint Expedite, guide me in cultivating an abundant mindset. Help me to release any thoughts of scarcity, and instead, embrace the abundance that God has promised to all His children. When I step into a place of faith, I step into a place of divine abundance. I declare that I will no longer see myself as lacking, but as blessed and ready to receive all that God has for me. Saint Expedite, as I pray for financial breakthroughs, I understand the importance of gratitude in receiving God's blessings. Gratitude is not only about saying thank you for what we already have. It is a mindset that prepares our hearts to receive more. The act of gratitude opens our hearts to recognize God's hand at work in our lives, no matter how small the blessing may seem. In the midst of financial struggles, it is easy to forget all that we have been given. It is easy to focus on what is missing instead of what is present. But today, I choose to give thanks for everything that God has already provided, for the roof over my head, the food on my table, the loved ones by my side, and even the opportunities that are yet to come. Saint Expedite. I ask for your help in cultivating a heart of gratitude. May I always remember to thank God for His provision, even when it feels like my needs are not yet met. I know that when I thank God for what I have, I am opening the door to more blessings. Gratitude is a key that unlocks divine provision. Today, I thank you, Saint Expedite, for your intercession. I thank God for His faithful provision. I thank Him for the financial breakthrough that is on its way. And I thank Him for the peace and confidence I now feel in knowing that I am not alone. Saint Expedite, as I reflect on my financial needs, I also reflect on the purpose of the resources I ask for. Money, like all blessings, is not only for personal gain. It is meant to be a tool to fulfill God's will. I ask for financial restoration, not only to relieve my own burdens, but also to be in a position to bless others. God blesses us so that we may be a blessing to others. Through your intercession, Saint Expedite, I pray that I will not only receive the financial breakthrough I need, but that I will also use it wisely. May I manage my resources with integrity, responsibility, and generosity. Help me to understand that financial freedom is not about accumulating wealth for selfish gain, but about living in a way that reflects God's goodness and love. I pray that, as I experience financial breakthroughs, I will be faithful in stewarding the blessings God entrusts to me. May I be a good steward of the resources I receive, using them to help others, support my family, and contribute to the betterment of the world around me. Saint Expedite, I ask that you guide me in managing the blessings I will receive. Help me to use my financial resources for good. May I always remember that I am a steward of God's provision, not the owner. And may I live my life with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that every blessing I receive is an opportunity to bring glory to God. Saint Expedite, one of the most challenging aspects of financial struggle is debt. The weight of owing money can feel unbearable, and the fear of never being able to pay it off can be overwhelming. But I know that you, Saint Expedite, are a powerful intercessor who can break the chains of debt. I come before you today, asking for your help in breaking free from the bondage of financial struggle. I ask for the immediate release of debts, the cancellation of financial burdens, and the opening of doors for new sources of income and financial stability. I know that through your swift intercession, God will provide a way out of my financial difficulties. Saint Expedite, I pray that you help me to release the fear and worry that has accompanied my financial struggles. I no longer want to be held captive by the anxiety of debt. I want to walk in freedom, the freedom to live without fear of bills, creditors, or financial insecurity. Through your intercession, I believe that God will provide a way to break the cycle of debt and lead me into a season of financial peace. Saint Expedite, even as I pray for swift answers, I understand that financial breakthroughs sometimes require patience. While I trust in the immediacy of your intercession, I also know that God's timing is perfect. There may be times when the answers I seek come more slowly than I desire. But I ask you, Saint Expedite, to help me remain patient during the waiting process. Help me to understand that patience is not the same as passivity. Patience is an active trust in God's plan. It is the ability to continue working, praying, and trusting even when the financial miracle has not yet arrived. Through your intercession, I ask for the strength to persevere in faith, knowing that my breakthrough is coming. Saint Expedite, give me the patience to wait with grace. Teach me to trust in God's perfect timing, even when I do not understand the process. Help me to remain diligent, continue working hard, and stay faithful in prayer. And when the breakthrough comes, help me to receive it with gratitude, knowing that all things are done according to God's will. Saint Expedite. As I end this prayer, I reaffirm my trust in your intercession. I believe that my financial miracle is on its way, and I stand in faith, knowing that nothing is impossible for God. Today, I receive the provision I need, the freedom I seek, and the victory I've been praying for. With your help, Saint Expedite. I know that my financial life is being transformed. I trust that my needs will be met, my debts will be cleared, and I will walk in the financial freedom that God has promised me. I will continue to stand in faith, trusting that God is working behind the scenes to bring about the breakthrough I need. And I will praise Him for His provision, knowing that through the intercession of Saint Expedite, my financial restoration is already underway. Saint Expedite, I come before you today with an open heart, aware that God's grace is what sustains me through every trial. Grace is the unmerited favor of God. It is the gift that we do not deserve, but are given freely, regardless of our situation. As I pray for financial restoration, I acknowledge that it is only through God's grace that I can experience true financial freedom. In times of struggle, it is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that I must do everything on my own. We live in a world that teaches self-reliance and independence, but I know that true strength comes from God. I cannot fix everything by myself, and I do not have to. Through your intercession, Saint Expedite, I trust that God's grace is at work in my life, moving in ways that I cannot always see but will eventually understand. Saint Expedite, I ask you to intercede for me, to help me understand the power of God's grace in my financial situation. Where I have struggled on my own, I ask that you help me release the burden of trying to control everything and trust in God's sovereignty over my life. I ask that I may have the wisdom to see the grace that surrounds me in every moment, even in the midst of hardship. By your intercession, I believe that God's grace will open doors for me, leading me to the solutions I need. I trust that His favor will find me in the most unexpected places, and that every opportunity, every financial breakthrough, and every moment of provision is a gift of grace from God. Saint Expedite, as I continue to seek financial restoration, I am reminded of the importance of forgiveness in the journey to healing and abundance. Forgiveness is a powerful tool that allows us to let go of past hurts, debts, and wrongs. Holding on to unforgiveness can create blocks, not only in our emotional and spiritual lives, but also in our financial lives. Forgiving those who owe us money, or those who have wronged us financially, is a way to release any spiritual weight that may be hindering our financial breakthrough. Unforgiveness can tie us to the past, preventing us from fully receiving the blessings God has for us. But when we forgive, we open the door to freedom, both spiritually and financially. Saint Expedite, help me to forgive those who have wronged me. Help me to release the resentment and the bitterness that may have built up inside me. I surrender all past financial wounds to God, knowing that I do not have to carry them any longer. I trust that, as I forgive, God will forgive me, and I will receive the financial freedom and restoration I seek. Letting go of past hurts is not easy, but it is necessary. I ask that you help me to forgive others and myself for mistakes and setbacks. As I do this, I trust that God's mercy and grace will flow freely into my life, clearing the path for the financial restoration that is coming. Saint Expedite, as I continue to pray, I turn my focus to the abundant provision that God promises to His children. In the book of Philippians 4:19 it says, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. This is a powerful reminder that God's provision is not limited by what I can see or by my current circumstances. God has an infinite supply of riches, and he is more than capable of meeting every need. When I face financial struggles, it's easy to feel as though there is not enough money, not enough resources, not enough time. But I know that these feelings are rooted in a scarcity mindset, and God calls me to shift my thinking. I am not bound by scarcity. I am bound by abundance, God's abundance. And through your intercession, Saint Expedite, I ask that you help me align my mind and heart with God's provision. Saint Expedite, open my eyes to the abundance that surrounds me. Help me to see that God's provision is not just about money. It is about everything I need. It is about health, relationships, opportunities, and peace. I trust that, through your swift intercession, God will provide for me in ways that I cannot even imagine, and that I will witness his abundant blessings unfold in my life. I declare that I am not limited by what I see. I am not bound by my current circumstances. I am a child of the Most High God, and his provision knows no bounds. Through his abundance, I will experience the financial breakthrough I am praying for, and I will live in the fullness of what he has prepared for me. Saint Expedite, today I want to speak to the generational curses that may have affected my financial life. Many times, financial struggles are passed down from one generation to the next. Whether it is poverty, debt, or financial insecurity, these curses can have a deep impact on the way we view money and wealth. I come before you today to break any generational curses that have been passed down to me. I renounce the spirit of poverty, the spirit of debt, and the fear of financial insecurity. I declare that I am no longer bound by these curses. I am free in Christ, and I am free from financial oppression. Through your powerful intercession, Saint Expedite, I ask that you break the chains of generational financial struggles that have affected me. In the name of Jesus, I declare that the curse of poverty is broken in my life. I am no longer a slave to financial limitations. I am a child of God, and I walk in the fullness of his provision. I choose to believe in abundance, not scarcity. I choose to believe that God has a plan for my financial prosperity, and I will no longer be held captive by the patterns of the past. Through your intercession, Saint Expedite, I claim financial freedom for myself and my family. I declare that the future generations will not inherit the same struggles I have faced. The cycle ends with me. From this day forward, I will walk in the blessings that God has prepared for me, and I will pass them on to those who come after me. Saint Expedite, I know that faith without works is dead. While I trust in God's ability to provide, I also understand that I must take action in alignment with my prayers. Faith and works go hand in hand, and it is through both that we receive the full manifestation of God's promises. I ask that you help me take the necessary steps toward financial freedom, whether it is seeking new opportunities, managing my finances wisely, or trusting God's timing. I know that action is required, but I also know that every step I take is blessed when it is guided by faith. Saint Expedite, help me to act in faith. Give me the wisdom to make the right decisions, the courage to take risks when needed, and the patience to wait for God's perfect timing. I trust that as I act in faith, God will bless my efforts and bring me the financial breakthrough I need. Saint Expedite, as I wait for the financial breakthrough I have prayed for, I also ask that you help me prepare my heart to receive these blessings with humility and gratitude. Sometimes, when we receive a miracle, we can take it for granted or forget to acknowledge the source of our blessings. I do not want to fall into that trap. I want to be prepared to receive everything that God has for me. Help me to stay humble in the face of success. Help me to remember that every blessing is a gift from God. and that it is my responsibility to steward those blessings well. When the financial breakthrough arrives, I want to handle it with wisdom, generosity, and a heart that reflects God's love. Saint Expedite, prepare my heart to receive the abundance that is coming. May I be ready to not only receive, but to give, to bless others, and to use my blessings to further God's kingdom. I know that with God's provision comes responsibility, and I am ready to honor that responsibility with grace. Saint Expedite, as I pray for financial restoration, I am reminded that my future is in God's hands. The future may seem uncertain at times, especially when I am facing financial difficulties, but I know that God holds the blueprint of my life. I trust that He is guiding me every step of the way. I place my future in God's hands. I trust that He will provide for me, that He will lead me to the opportunities I need, and that He will continue to bless me abundantly. I may not know all the details, but I know that God's plan for me is good. Saint Expedite, help me to trust in God's future for me. Help me to surrender my fears about tomorrow and trust that He has already made a way for me. I am not alone on this journey. I walk with God, and with Him, there is nothing I cannot overcome. Saint Expedite, as I end this extended prayer, I reaffirm my faith in God's provision and my trust in your intercession. I believe that financial restoration is on its way, and I declare that I am ready to receive the blessings that God has prepared for me. With each prayer, each step of faith, and each act of trust, I draw closer to the financial breakthrough I need. I place my future, my finances, and my entire life in God's hands. I trust that His timing is perfect, His provision is abundant, and His grace is sufficient. Through the intercession of Saint Expedite, I know that my financial miracle is on its way, and I will live to testify of God's faithfulness.